Hi everybody, it's Audrey, and I know it's been a long time since I made a video, and I really didn't want to come to make this one because I'm sick again. Today I wanted to talk to you about something called achalasia. Um, First of all, for the last 6 months, I've been having problems swallowing, which first it wasn't like a big deal. Um, it started happening like in December of 2014, and I was telling my doctor about it, and so she was kind of thinking something along acid reflux or something like that. But it was more like I was having, when I swallow it felt like something was like stuck in my throat. And then I noticed it a little more, so I said something else to her about it. And in January of 2015, she had me to go and take a test. It's a type of swallowing test. I'm not really sure about the name. It's fluorinate something esophageal. Anyway, it's where they can actually see you swallowing and to see if there's any problem. If they see any problem, is there anything in there? So from this test, it was determined that I had a small muscular problem, maybe muscle spasms or something in my esophagus, but wasn't such a big deal. It wasn't a big problem, so she said. But if it got worse, to let her know and we would test a little further. At that time, she gave me a pill called ranitidine, which is actually Zantac. So she's still thinking of along the lines of acid reflux or something like that, which I kept saying it wasn't. So fast forward, I took a trip to California in between that time. I think I uploaded some pictures, but I may not have. But anyway, I was gone for like 3 weeks and didn't really have a problem with it. Little minor problem, but nothing significant. And I've been back home, and for the last it's been over a month now, because I think today is like the 18th of July. So since about June, June 30th, I had a what do you call it, CT scan done. And when I had the CT scan, I had it done for my cancer to check to make sure that there had been no changes or anything. This is my 3-year checkup. So I had to go and take the contrast, which is 2 containers of stuff that you have to drink, and then they also give you an injection in your arm. So I did that, and not too long after that, my swallowing got really, really bad, and I thought it was from the thickness of that stuff that you have to drink. So, like a week after that, I hadn't been able to keep anything down. I drink, or if whatever I drink or I eat comes straight back up. And it wasn't it wasn't like I was throwing it up. Is if I drink it in, it comes back out. If I swallow it, it comes back up. No matter what it is, water, juice, jello, pudding, whatever I put in came back out the same way that it went in. And it wasn't like when you have heartburn and you burp and you taste the bitterness from the acid. It wasn't any of that. Whatever I drank, when I spit it up, it came exactly the way it went in. Nothing was making it through to my stomach. Everything's going straight down my esophagus and coming straight back up. It's like I was regurgitating. So this happened for about 2 weeks. I wasn't going to the bathroom, having no bowel movements. I wasn't even urinating, but I noticed it, but I didn't really notice because I was paying attention to something else at the time. But then I really started to think about what was going on and writing it down. I was like, I'm not using the bathroom, and I'm not holding anything down at all. So I called the nurse line. They told me to come to ER. I went to ER. It was like a total disaster. They had to call a code blue. I almost passed out. It was terrible. They had me in the ER for several hours, and they eventually decided to keep me in the hospital. So I stayed in the hospital for 3 days. And during those, well, the second day I was there, they did a, let's see, I call it esophageal mobility. I think that's what they call it. Anyway, it's where they put a camera. They put me asleep. Well, they put me under, but I'm not completely asleep. But I don't remember anything, so I was asleep. They put this camera down my throat to see what's going on down there. And they could only go so far. Sometimes they do a biopsy while they're doing it, but they didn't do a biopsy at the time. After I woke up, I still felt, when I went, I felt fine. I didn't feel sick, is the whole point. I didn't feel sick at first. I had one little pain right in my chest, but I had it and it went away. So I wasn't feeling sick, but I'm presenting sick because I can't keep anything down, and so I'm dehydrated. They start me on IV fluids. So I finally urinated like once each day, and it was like only maybe half an ounce or something like that. But they tried me on puree foods the second day. That wasn't happening. Then I went back to the liquids, and still they're going down, but most of it is coming back up. So they said, well, we're going to let you go ahead and go home, and in 3 days we want you to see the doctor again to see what's going on. Well, I went home on the 6th. I forgot what day. Anyway, I went home last Sunday. And by Thursday, I got sick Tuesday, but I thought I just got too hot because I'd been out. Tuesday, I got too hot was because I've been out. Wednesday, I went out again and got too hot, I thought, and went back home. Thursday, I was trying to take my daughter's car to her. As soon as I pulled up to her complex, I got just ill. Just pains in my chest, across my stomach, just had me bent over. My son had to rush me to the ER. I got there, I couldn't breathe. Like I was just short of breath, and perspiring and everything. It was a mess. And think basically I probably was having a panic attack, but I didn't know what it was at the time. So that happened. I'm in the ER again. They finally found me a room, got me into a bed. I was there for hours, a couple hours before we even got into a bed. Then I basically had to explain everything all over again to them. I had seen a GI doctor earlier that day and felt fine. So don't know where this episode came from. But then this happened. They got me in the bed. They had me on the cardiac monitor. My blood pressure was very low. My breathing and everything was good, but my blood pressure was very, very low. And it was hard for them to find a vein. I have bruises all over my arms from them trying to find veins, and they're blowing, but I'm dehydrated. So they're trying to give me stuff to drink. Can't keep anything down. It's still coming up. They put an IV thing in my arm, but they never hung an IV for me. I had another CT done, so that's the third CT scan I've had in less than 3 weeks, and they're all coming back normal. My blood tests are all coming back normal. Everything's normal, but I can't keep any food or any drink, nothing down. As soon as it goes in, a few seconds, it's back out. And so they gave me, when I was in the hospital, they actually gave me shots in my stomach of, it was nausea medicine. But I tried to explain to them I wasn't nauseated, but they weren't getting what I'm trying to explain to them. Because nausea is when you feel sick in the stomach and then you want to throw up. That wasn't happening to me. As soon as I drink something down or eat something and it goes down my tube, my esophagus, it comes back up. It never mixes with anything but my saliva, and it comes back up. So I wasn't nauseated. Everything's just going down and coming back up. So then they said I had dysphagia. And shucks, I forgot what that is. Just difficulty swallowing. But this time in the ER, when they discharged me, they said I had achalasia. And achalasia is, from here, is a condition in which a person cannot get food through the lower esophagus. It's saying that I was having some type of, there are no nerves in the lower esophagus, and they call it some esophageal sphincter or something like that. But anyway, I'm having this difficulty swallowing, the chest pains, food coming back up after being swallowed, is basically regurgitating it. And now I'm waiting to have another test done. And this test is called, esophageal mobility, I think that's what it's called. I forgot, but anyway, the treatment that they do for this achalasia, which is, they give you soft diets, but that's not working for me because I can't swallow anything. It's supposed to give you some type of maybe medication to make your food pass easily into your stomach. Well, I'm not getting any food in my stomach because nothing is going all the way down. It goes down and comes back up. They said they can put a balloon down the esophagus to stretch it, and that may help, but I'm not sure. We don't know yet. And then sometimes they have to do surgery where they'll cut a segment of your esophagus out for it to work. So right now, that's where I am. I've lost a total of 25 pounds in 3 weeks. Well, maybe more than that. I haven't weighed since Thursday. But Thursday, I had lost a total of 25 pounds. And I still haven't been able to keep anything down since Thursday. And today, it is Sunday. So, I'm very weak. Honestly, I don't have a problem with the weight loss. I am happy about the weight loss, but not the reason that I'm losing it. Um, as you can see, I don't really look like I'm that sick, but it's terrible when you can't eat or drink. I know you can see these bottles sitting here. Well, this is not what's in the bottle. I had this in the bottle, but it has acid in it, so that wasn't working for me. So this is just, this is tea here, with no caffeine. Just the sunny water. And this is just, like they have some juice in the jug that has no acid or whatever. I had that. And I had Gatorade in here, so I drink what I can when I can. It goes down, it comes back up. I have a bag that I keep here. I'll just show you the top of it. But I've emptied it like 4 times today already. And it's like maybe a liter every time. I have a cup here. I've tried Jello. So you can see my little Jello cup. I've been trying to eat that. I can't eat it. Tried yogurt. Can't eat or drink that. So basically right now that's where I am. That's all I'm going to say for right now. I'll probably come back with another video. That's it for now. If you have any questions or anything you want to say, you can leave it down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Talk to you guys later. Bye.